Come back. Integration by parts. Example 3. Find integral of natural log x dx. So notice there is no second factor. Well, the second factor is 1. So let fx be natural log of x and gx be x. Why did we choose gx equals x? Because then g prime x would be 1. 1 is the second factor. So the second factor is that factor whose antiderivative you can easily identify. Okay, so gx is the antiderivative of the second factor. So what is the derivative of f? Well, it's 1 by x, derivative of natural log. What's the derivative of g? Simply 1. So what is our integration by parts formula? Integral fg prime is fg minus integral g f prime. So g prime is 1, f is natural log. So together, this is the question we started off with. So I repeat, you identify g by taking integral of the second factor. There was no 1 here. We introduced a 1, so its antiderivative could be found. G prime is 1. Integral natural log x 1 dx is fx gx, that is natural log x times x, minus integral g f prime. G is x, f prime is 1 over x. They cancel each other, you're left with 1. So this is x natural log x minus integral 1 dx. Integral of 1 is x. So final answer, x natural log x minus x plus constant of integration. Here, find integral of x cubed e to the x. So we are going to let the first factor fx to be x cubed and the second factor, right, its integral is gx. So what is the integral of e to the x? It's again e to the x. So gx is e to the x, its derivative is e to the x. Fx is x cubed, its integral is 3x squared. So integral f g prime x dx, that is fx g prime x dx, is fx gx, this is the formula, minus integral g f prime. Well, f g prime x is x cubed e to the x dx, which is what your original question is fx gx, x cubed e to the x minus integral g f prime 3x squared. Aha, so notice from x cube you have reduced to x squared. I still need to find integral of this. All right, so this one is again a product of factors. Let us use again integration by parts. So integral of x squared e to the x we need to identify. Let's call fx to be x squared and gx to be e to the x. Why did I choose this? So that its derivative is e to the x. So notice the second part should be the derivative. Fortunately for us, e to the x is its own derivative. So you have integral f g prime is fx gx minus integral g f prime. F is x squared, g prime is e to the x. So we are back to our question here. Fx x squared e to the x minus integral g f prime. G f prime. That gets me x e to the x. I still need to find its integral. Again, we use integration by parts. So now x be f, g be e to the x, f prime is 1, g prime is e to the x. Integral f g prime is fx minus integral g f prime. F g prime is the question at hand. Fx gx is x e to the x minus integral g f prime. F prime is simply 1. So finally, this is an easy integral. Integral of e to the x is simply e to the x plus some constant of integration. So you see, now we can use this information. You see, we were able to identify integral x dx. We can put it here. Once we put it here, we have identified integral x squared e to the x, which we can put here, which finally answers our question of x cubed e to the x. So that's what is being done. First, xex, integral of xex is all of this, which we use to identify x squared, integral of x squared e to the x. Integral of x squared e to the x is x squared e to the x minus 2 times integral x e to the x. Okay. Integral x e to the x is this quantity as was calculated here. Simplify all that. All right. Now you have identified integral x squared e to the x. Go back to integral x cubed e to the x. It is x cubed e to the x minus 3 times integral x cubed e to the x minus 3 times integral x squared e to the x. Integral x squared e to the x we just have identified. We place that inside and we have finally answered our original question. So this is a nice example to see that you might need to find integrals repeatedly until your problem resolves completely. Okay. Next example, integral e raised to x sine x. So e raised to x is my f. Gx should be integral of the second factor. So integral of sine is negative cosine. So fx is e raised to x, gx is negative cosine x. Then f prime is e to the x, g prime is sine x. Alright, so integral f g prime is fg minus integral gf prime. E to the x, g prime is sine, is fg e to the x minus cosine x minus integral, what is g, negative cosine x, f prime is e to the x. So notice, my integral e to the x sine x dx is now negative e raised to x cosine x plus e raised to x cosine x. So this integral also looks like it needs integration by parts. So what do we do? Well, continue. Integral e raised to x cosine x dx. Let fx be e to the x, gx be integral of cosine. Integral of cosine is sine. Then f prime is e to the x, g prime is cosine x. So, integral fg prime is fg minus integral gf prime. Fg prime is e to the x cosine x, whereas fg is e to the x sine x minus integral of g f prime x. So, what happened? When I wanted to find integral of e raised to x sine x, we ended up with an expression which required us to find integral of e to the x cosine x. Now that we are trying to find integral of e raised to x cosine x, looks like we are landing in a situation where we need to find integral of e to the x sine x. So this looks circular, but we are in luck. How are we in luck? Let's go back to our problem. integral of e raised to x sine x was our original problem. We said that was negative e to the x cosine x plus e to the x cosine x. Integral of e to the x cosine x. Well, keep this part as it is. The second part got us e to the x sine x minus integral of e to the x sine x. So notice that's a positive here and that's a negative here. So they do not cancel. This moves to the other side and you have twice of integral e to the x sine x. This is very important. Okay, so this moved over here, became twice. So, well, all I need now is to find integral e raised to x sine x dx. I divide by 2. Integral e raised to x sine x dx is, divide the right hand side by 2 plus a constant of integration. Here is one more example. Find integral of tan inverse x dx. There is no second factor being mentioned, so we assume it to be 1. So, what is the integral of 1 or the antiderivative of 1? It is x. Fx is tan inverse x, gx is x. So, derivative of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x squared. Derivative of g, that is x, is simply 1. Integral of fg prime dx is fg minus integral gf prime. Fg prime is tan inverse x times 1 dx. Fg is tan inverse x times x, okay, minus integral g f prime 1 by 1 plus x squared, okay. Now, so we still need to find integral of x by 1 plus x squared. So notice this particular one calls for method of substitution. Write the denominator to be u. U is 1 plus x squared. Then what is du? 2x dx. So that's fantastic. X dx, that's the numerator, is half of du. So this is nothing but, this integral is nothing but half of 1 over u du, which is natural log. Okay, so this integral is 1 by 2 natural log 1 plus x squared. So integral tan inverse x is x tan inverse x minus half natural log 1 plus x squared. If you do not completely understand, I have explained most of the substitution part. If you do not really understand, go back to a few sections. You will have more details on how to use substitution for finding integrals. Okay, so I'll continue here in our next video.